Blessed and Boys, a podcast that only thinks draft grades are dumb when it says your team drafted poorly. We're one Saints fan and one Cowboys fan, one fan of Who Dat and one fan of Dat Win. We're here to give weekly takes, game recaps, bad betting picks, game previews, and the occasional Seinfeld reference.
This week, our patron Saint/Cowboy is a new addition to the group, wide receiver Marquez Valdes-Scantling, otherwise known as MVS. He was born
Not
October
CVS.
10th. No. He's born October 10th, 1994 in St. Petersburg, Florida. He played college football at North Carolina State before transferring to the University of South Florida, where he developed into a deep threat receiver. His combination of size and speed caught the attention of NFL scouts, leading to his selection by the Green Bay Packers in the fifth round of the 2018 NFL Draft. With the Packers, Valdes-Scantling quickly established himself as a vertical receiving option, frequently stretching defenses and contributing explosive plays alongside quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Although his production could be inconsistent at times, he remained a valuable part of the offense, particularly noted for his yards per catch and ability to score on long receptions. After his tenure in Green Bay, he would go on to sign with the Kansas City Chiefs, where he continued to serve as a deep threat, played a role in the team's high-powered passing attack, contributing to their postseason success. Throughout his NFL career, Valdes-Scantling has been defined by his speed, field-stretching presence, and a knack for making impactful plays in key moments. While not always a high-volume receiver, his ability to change games with a single catch has made him a useful weapon on contending teams. He also obviously played for my Saints. At one point, he was the best receiver on the Saints, believe it or not. That'll tell you a lot.
That's always a good sign.
And last week, he signed a one-year deal with Brandon's Cowboys. So there you go. I'm Paul, the Saints fan.
I'm Brandon, the Cowboys fan.
We're your hosts. Izzy, tell them what time it is.
Yeah, that's it. It's go time. Let's see you lift that.
Mr. Mandelbaum, please.
It's go time.
This one's for you, Pop. It's go time.
It's go time.
You've been married 3 times.
That's it! It's go time!
It's go time.
All right. It is right now go time for a couple NBA teams. I've got a couple games here on my screen. Celtics looking to close out the. Oh yes, I got that. They got that on the screen too. I got the Stars Wild here. Yep. Big game 5 tonight.
Pivotal.
Pivotal. Celtics looking to close out the 76ers here in their game 5, and then I've also got Knicks Hawks. That's pivotal game 5. That series tied 2 apiece. And we also have, like I said, Wild Stars. Wild are up 2-1 right now in the first period. And then I forget what the other Sabres Bruins is the other hockey game.
Sabres back in the playoffs for the first time in like 15, 20 years. It's been a long time.
It's been a while. Yeah. It has been a while. So yeah, we'll be keeping tabs on that throughout the night as we record here. We'll talk some draft. We'll talk some other stuff. But first, if you want to get in touch with the show, you can do so. blessthemboys@gmail.com. BLESSDEMBOYZ. We are on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Bless_them_boys. I'm at Paul Elliott _316. Brandon is at Ball from Grace. And now, for everyone's favorite segment,
let's open up Blue Sky.
Let's open up Blue Sky, and I just hit the wrong app. Blue Sky, here we go. Okay, so that's my account. No activity there.
I don't think I would be much better.
Let's see. Yep, nothing. Nope. Nothing doing.
Let's see what we got going on here.
Nothing doing on Blue Sky. We do get a lot of notifications on X, but a lot of times it's like Albert Breer retweeted or Ian Rappaport retweeted or
And sometimes it's like it'll be Ian Rappaport saying deal is final, and then it's like, and I'm like, what deal? And I have to like open it up to look and see what are you talking about? And it's like a contract that got signed like 2 days ago. It's like Twitter's.
What is this? What is this deal you speak of, sir?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So okay. So we are. No, nothing new on the Blue Sky front, but we are there. If you want to follow us. Maybe we'll read your skeet live on the air. You can also check out the show if you're watching us here on YouTube live. Thank you. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button while you're here. Leave a rating and review, or leave a comment, I guess. And then
unless you're a Bears fan, we don't.
Unless
we don't want,
yes.
Andy
we don't want that
comment,
smoke.
Andy can comment. No other Bears fans are allowed.
So we actually did it looks like the Wild and Stars are tied at 1, I guess.
Oh, they must have disallowed the goal, because that can happen.
Maybe.
That all happens sometimes.
Maybe
so.
But they just ended the first period, so they are tied at 1.
Yeah, because I got the ESPN notification that the Wild had scored, and so I was like, oh, come on. And then like I was looking at the thing, and it still said 1-1. So I think my guess is that goal got disallowed.
It's nice to see John Buccigross is still on ESPN. Shout out to him. I remember him from back in the day. If you are listening to us not on YouTube, or if you're not with us on YouTube Live, you're checking us out later on Spotify or Apple. Thank you also. You can leave a rating and review. We appreciate all the feedback. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell the bots. Bots seem to still be going strong, I think.
I actually got 2 new bot followers this week.
There you go.
I think they are both named Claire, apparently. Yes, both. No, I got 3. I got 3. 2 of them are Claire. 1 is Nancy G.
Oh, that sounds made up, frankly. Now, it was one of the Claires with an I and the other one wasn't, or something? Like, was that or were they both the same spelling?
No, they're both Claire. One of them spells it with a 4 instead of an A. So, stylize it a little bit.
Sure.
But, Nancy G, she can't be called G-Bone. There's no G-Bone.
One of my former coworkers on Facebook, she posted about going to this concert for some artist who's I forget the name, but like it's something G, but it's like the letter G. And so I texted her. I said, "Is this person in relation to Kenny G?" And she was like, "Absolutely not." So, all right. So that's how you can get in touch with us. Let's get on to before we get on to the big topic of the week, which is going to be the draft, and we'll also do we can do an immaculate grid. I think we can squeeze one of those in.
I haven't looked at today's grid yet, but sure.
I haven't either, so it'll be all right. We here at Bless Them Boys do pride ourselves on being able to discuss other things.
Eventually.
But enough about fish. I can discuss other things, All
right, buddy. So it hasn't quite been a week because we recorded on Thursday last week because we were watching the first round live. But in the last 5 days or so, what should we get up to?
It's we've had stuff every weekend for the past month, it feels like, and so this weekend was kind of a take it easy week. So I did spelling bee work. I'm finishing up getting all the etymologies down for my 11,000 historical words that I have. I've got to run it through Claude one more time to kind of handle some of the pre-processing and make it so that the scraper is in the best condition it can be for when the spelling bee is coming up. It's a month from tonight, actually. So May 28th. Yep.
Well,
it's technically on Thursday, so May 28th is the finals. So I did some of the work on that. Playing with my
so 4 weeks from Thursday.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so good.
So I did some work with some toying around with Calci bots, and then Lydia Poet, the Italian show that I like,
Oh, yes, yeah.
came back with season 3. So I watched the first 2 episodes of that.
Okay.
Watched another episode of Wednesday. Well, actually, this would have been pre-draft, but I watched my daughter and I have been watching season 2 of Wednesday with has Steve Buscemi's in there. I'm not sure if you were aware of this. But
Yeah,
Steve
no,
Buscemi,
so I'm not as familiar with season 2
okay.
as I am season 1, but I have seen enough of season 2 to know that Steve Buscemi is, for some reason, in it. Like,
I know. So we watched a little bit of that, and then I've been working my way through the Iliad in preparation.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to read the Iliad and the Odyssey before the Odyssey comes out in July. So I've got 3 months.
So what? How crazy would it be if like you go to watch the Odyssey and there's like, and it just ends and it's like the Odyssey will continue in 20 like he totally like cuts it off.
He split it into 2 pieces.
Because apparently this is what happened. I don't know if you heard about this with the Michael movie, the Michael Jackson movie. I haven't seen it, but apparently there's a title card at the end that says Michael will return. And so the thought is they're going to do a second movie.
They stopped it bad was, I think,
Okay.
Which reading the Pitchfork movie review, it said Michael reviewed : bad. So that was about that was pretty much summed up their thoughts about it. I have no desire to go see this.
I know the movie was in like development hell for a while. Like they had to go back and like redo a bunch of stuff, and so I mean, it looked like it made good money over the weekend.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to kill at the box office, and of course, like the fans love it because they just want to like see the music.
Yeah.
But there's like a bunch of they're not telling you everything. Like none of these like biopics ever do, and so
it's but yeah, I heard about that. I forget where I read it on Twitter or something. I'm like, wait, seriously? They're doing a. I don't know. Maybe so. In my opinion, I'm like, if you had told people that beforehand, you might have. Well, maybe they thought if they told them beforehand, nobody would go see the first one. Like they kind of wait. But,
I don't know. I feel like people would have gone to see it anyway. But
because they're doing something similar with the Beatles movies. I think we've talked about.
Yeah, we've talked about that. The four movies.
The 4 movies, one for each Beatle, but then they all kind of.
Yeah. Once again,
intersect.
Don't want to see it. Love the Beatles. Still don't want to see. Don't want to watch it. I'm tired of.
Do you have a favorite biopic?
Ooh, that's a good
you could
question.
Think of?
I can't think of anything offhand.
So the one that comes to mind. I'm not saying this is a great movie, but I remember when Ray came out back in 2004. I think this is the Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx ended up winning the Oscar for his portrayal of Ray Charles. My biggest takeaway from that movie was it got me listening to Ray Charles.
Ray Charles,
and I hadn't really done a deep dive, and I can remember driving in my car in the summer of, I guess it was 2003 when he passed away. Again, I was listening to I think Dan Patrick's show. This is on ESPN Radio, and he just stopped like dead in his tracks. No pun. Sorry for the word choice there, but just stopped in his tracks and he said, "Oh my God, Ray Charles has died." And you could tell like it was like, because I mean back then that was a big deal. I remember because Ray Charles was instrumental in helping Jamie Foxx kind of get the characterization down. Yeah. So
my Ray Charles, the story my mom always tells about Ray Charles is like the radio station that she would listen to. They would play America the Beautiful every day at like 5 o'clock. And so like she would have me in the back seat of the car as a baby when she was driving home, and I would just like rock to the music every time that song came on.
Like Ray?
I was a young Ray Charles over here. And then I was always like, so my kids or my parents always, as a kid, they listened to like music from the 60s and 70s, like 50s, 60s, and 70s on the radio.
Yeah.
And so I like grew up listening to Ray Charles. And so like one of my favorite songs as a kid at one point was Hit the Road Jack.
No, yeah.
So
my my go-to Ray Charles was always Georgia on My Mind was always the one that I used it kind of as a litmus test for other singers. Like if someone had a cover version of Georgia on My Mind, I would listen to that. And he's like, if you could do this justice, then
so I think my favorite probably now is probably the Hallelujah, I Love Her So.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I can't give me some time. I'll try to think. I think my favorite biopic is the one about Bruce Wayne. You know, the Batman trilogy. That's probably my favorite biopic.
Christopher Nolan. There you go.
Christopher Nolan, of course. Should we call City of God a biopic? Does that count? Based on a true story.
I mean, it is. Yeah, based on a true story. The other one that came to mind was Walk the Line.
That's
Johnny
a really
Cash.
good one. So I still have not seen Ray. To be,
I mean, like I said, it's worth checking out. It's not. My wife gets mad because Jamie Foxx won the Oscar that year from Leonardo DiCaprio, who was in a biopic himself called The Aviator.
Oh, okay.
It was the Howard Hughes movie. And he was nominated against Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx won. And my wife is a huge Leonardo DiCaprio fan, so she was not happy about that. This is way before I knew her. Obviously.
You know what was a great movie with Leonardo DiCaprio that was also based on a true story was the Catch Me If You Can.
I thought you were gonna say Titanic.
Also based on it. Well,
Miss
yeah.
that old lady, she was a liar, wasn't she? And a bit of a tramp too, if you ask me.
So that's what I got up to. Anyway,
that's what you got up to.
Yeah,
all
so
that to say.
Oh yeah, so let's check in on the where are we on the Denzel?
Yeah,
challenge?
So I'll start there. So just to make sure, because last week we talked about it during the draft show, but just in case folks didn't check that out. So week 16, so it's going back 2 weeks now. I said I was going to watch Man on Fire. I hadn't watched it yet, but I did watch it. Man on Fire is the theme that week was 3-word title, so pretty straightforward. Last week, week 17, the theme was Earth Day. So any movie that deals with nature, or if the title has some element of nature. So I chose another fire movie, which was Courage Under Fire, which is I think I talked about it when we were doing the draft show, but it's Denzel stars as he was a colonel during Desert Storm.
Mm-hmm.
He and his platoon, which one of the members of his battalion or platoon, whatever you want to call it, is actually Sean Astin, who played Rudy and played Samwise in the Lord of the Rings movies. So they end up killing by mistake their own troops, like a friendly fire accident. So Denzel gets.
So is the fire the Under Fire from the Fire of Mount Doom? Is that what? Same way as Gamgee.
That's different Courage Under Fire. Yeah, that was a different. So Denzel gets reassigned to like a desk job, basically at the Pentagon, and his latest assignment at the beginning of the movie is he has to investigate Meg Ryan's character, who's being nominated for a Medal of Honor, and she's the first potentially female recipient of the Medal of Honor. So he interviews her battalion, that were rescued during a mission in the Gulf, and one of the members of her battalion is a very young Matt Damon. This is like Matt Damon's probably his first big role. This is right before Good Will Hunting. So I would recommend it. It's very good. it was a little bit different than what I expected. I didn't know about I knew about the Meg Ryan part and like her being like they were investigating or potentially awarding her with the Medal of Honor. I didn't realize the Denzel he had a backstory before that, so that was kind of interesting. The other so then this week's category. Now this one was a little tricky. So initially when they announced the category, I thought my goose was cooked a little bit because the title of the category was Korea.
Uh-oh.
Now, so they kept it as they usually do on these challenges. They kept it a little broad, so you could watch a movie that is, by a Korean filmmaker. You could watch something that's based in Korea. So, like if you watch the movie MASH, let's say, which is about the Korean War, that would have counted. But what saved me was, so every once in a while, or most of the time, I would say, when they announce the challenge, they have some movies kind of picked out as like examples.
Mm-hmm.
And as I scrolled through the examples, I saw one Denzel movie, one and only one Denzel movie, and that was The Magnificent Seven. And the connection there is one of Denzel's co-stars is a Korean actor. It's the actor who was in the movie No Other Choice from last year, the 2025 movie. He's like the lead in that movie, and I forget his name now. I should have written it down. But so because of that, that literally was the only movie I could watch for this challenge. I would have started Denzel. So
Is his last name Park or Kim?
No, it's Hon. It's Lee Byung Hun, I believe.
So Lee.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't think about that. But yeah. So this is obviously Magnificent Seven. This is obviously a remake of the original from the '60s, I believe. Denzel is the lead. Chris Pine is in this movie. Vincent D'Onofrio, Ethan Hawke. So Ethan Hawke actually plays a character named Goodnight Robichaud. So he's supposed to be, I think, from Louisiana. He doesn't quite get there, but he does his best. And then Lee Byung Hun is the.
It's almost. Do you remember the 2001 World Series between the
Diamondbacks and the Yankees? Yeah.
Do you remember Byung Kim?
Byung Kim. Yep.
It's almost that's all. I think their name is slightly. I think his name, the Hyung and Byung has a Y in there too. But Byung Kim would just he got rocked in that series.
But Lee Byung was, like I said, he was the star of No Other Choice last year, which I haven't seen yet. It's been on my watch list to see, but he got a lot of rave reviews. Some folks thought he should have been nominated for an Oscar for it, but unfortunately did not get it. So he is the reason I was able to connect this movie to for this. Because again, that was it. Like that's the only because there's no movies that Denzel's in that are based in Korea. There's none.
So what was the reason for Korea?
That's just what that's just what they chose. I think in years past they've done ones like they did a challenge one year, 1 week where it was Japan. So like watch a Japanese movie or they did one for China. So I think Korea was just the next, I don't know.
Okay. Asian country.
Yeah. Asian country. But yeah. So onward and upward. So we are now 18 weeks in. So what's that? 34 left to go.
Yep.
We're getting there, buddy. I was thinking about this. I didn't prepare it for tonight, but I probably should be ranking these as I go. So maybe I'll work on that for next week, and we'll do a kind of a brief. I will say Magnificent Seven, probably towards the bottom end of the rankings. It's just kind of a now, and it's disappointing because it was directed by Antoine Fuqua, who directed a little movie called Training Day with Denzel. This is not Training Day. I'll tell you that. It's also he also directed the 3 Equalizer movies, which I'm a little concerned because I haven't watched any of the Equalizer movies yet for this challenge. And obviously I would ideally like to watch them in sequential order, but I'm wondering if there's going to come a point where like we get to a week and like Equalizer 2 counts, but like the first one doesn't, or Equalizer 3 counts, but so I don't know. I just something that I thought about the other day. So still got some pretty big hitting movies on the board. Like Remember the Titans, Training Day, Crimson Tide,
Macbeth,
Tragedy of Macbeth, of course. Yeah, so a lot of good stuff to come. I did also want to mention I watched 2026. So on Sunday, my wife wanted to watch something, so she just threw on a movie. So actually, this connects to the Magnificent Seven because I talked about Chris Pine is in the Magnificent Seven. His, I guess, latest movie that came out early this year, Mercy, which is he plays a detective who is. It's in the future where you basically, when you go to court, you go to like your judge is an AI, and you're basically in this chair. And you have to like, with the use of this AI, you have to build your defense, but you only have like 90 seconds or 90 minutes to do it.
Was Chris Pratt in that?
Chris Pratt, not Chris Pine. I get that.
I was thinking because I was going to say, well, one of my favorite movies also has Chris Pine, which is Hell or High Water.
Right. I always get them confused. Yeah. No, Hell or High Water.
You said Chris Pine, but yeah, Chris Pratt.
Yeah, so Chris Pratt is in Magnificent Seven, and Chris Pratt's movie is Mercy. His co-star is Rebecca Ferguson. She plays the AI judge. It's not great. I mean, it's the one nice thing is you kind of have a clock. So like towards the beginning of the movie, Rebecca Ferguson says you have 90 minutes to basically prove your innocence. And there's a clock on the screen for kind of the majority of the movie. My takeaway from it was, do you remember? Have you seen? I don't know if you've seen this movie. Remember last year when War of the Worlds came out with Ice Cube, and everybody was like, "This is the worst movie of all time." do you remember this?
No? It was so bad that I like completely missed it.
So. As I recall, that movie, War of the Worlds, went straight to streaming. Now, these are both Amazon films. I should point out. War of the Worlds and Mercy are both Amazon MGM properties, whatever. So my takeaway from, because I haven't seen War of the Worlds either. I've seen bits and pieces of it. Like we left the TV on one night, going to bed, and woke up in the middle of the night, and War of the Worlds is on. But like my biggest takeaway was like, what's the difference? Because they kind of looked similar. The only difference I could tell is that Mercy had 2 stars, Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson, whereas like War of the Worlds just had Ice Cube. And it's like, what's the difference? Like these look the same. They're kind of similar because like in War of the Worlds, Ice Cube is by himself. Basically, the whole movie is him in a computer on a Zoom screen, like trying to figure out what's going on. Based on what I saw.
So was this movie as bad as it looked in the previews?
What, Mercy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's bad. I remember seeing the previews and I was like, don't want to see this.
No, it's I mean, Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson are doing the best they can, but it's
I will say I think there are 2 movies coming out this week that I will make an effort to see. And I think one of them I'm making an effort because I think my wife would like to see it, but go see Devil Wears Prada 2.
Devil Wears Prada, yeah.
And then the other one is Hokum.
I've heard about this one, yeah.
Yeah, so it's got the guy from Ben.
Adam Scott?
Adam Scott. Is his name Ben on Parks and Rec?
Sure.
I think so.
No.
Anyway, Adam Scott is
Sounds
in it.
right.
It's like a horror movie. I think it's like a old haunted
Yeah.
hotel, but it looks really good. I saw the preview a couple of days ago, but that comes out this weekend, so I'm going to see if I can figure out a way to go see it. Although we do have our daughter's birthday party coming up this weekend as well.
Yeah, Adam Scott from also from Severance.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I mean, I was like, I know you're gonna know who this is, but like,
Yeah.
And then I like,
speaking of Severance, they showed Ben Stiller at the Knicks game earlier.
oh, how are the Knicks doing? They were favored by 6 going into this game. I know.
So they are up. They just went up 20 points. It's about 2.5 minutes left in the first half. So
Okay,
um,
still a lot of game left.
Anthony also at the game.
Nick Legend, Nuggets legend.
Looks like Stephon Marbury's sitting next to him. Yeah, and then one other movie I just want to mention. Still kind of catching up from last year. This is a movie that was nominated for Best International Picture. It's called "It Was Just an Accident." It's a Pakistani film. The director of the film, Jafar Panahi, actually served time in prison because he opposed the regime in Iran. So obviously this is a little topical given where we are right now in the world. But yeah, I didn't really know a lot about this movie, and I was pleasantly surprised. It's really good. So basically, I don't want to talk too much about it because, I don't know how much it'll spoil. But basically, so this man and his wife and their child are driving back one night from somewhere, and their car breaks down, and so they happen to stop right in front of a garage. Mechanic comes by and says, "Oh, I'll help you. I can help you out." Well, the mechanic's coworker is there, and this coworker recognizes the dad from the car as someone from his past that wronged him.
Okay.
And so basically he takes it upon himself to like follow them once they get their car fixed. And basically the story goes from there. I'll just leave it at that.
No spoilers.
So, no spoilers. But so I would recommend it's on Hulu. For those of you that have Hulu. It is in Farsi. But there's English subtitles obviously. But
I used to love that comic strip. Farseed. The Farseed.
But yeah, I would definitely recommend it. It did not win Best International Feature. That went to Sentimental Value. Yeah, the Stellan Skarsgård movie. But yeah, it was well worth the time. I would recommend checking it out. All right, buddy. Anything else you want to talk about? Let me make sure I got everything here. Yeah, just a reminder. You mentioned Spelling Bee. We're gonna be watching it live here 4 weeks from. So it is on the. Let me make sure I got the date here. It's on the 21st or 28th. 28th.
It is the 28th. Yes.
Of May. Yeah, you said
28th.
1 month.
So there will be. I think preliminary rounds will be Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Thursday are the finals, which is the big one on Ion Television.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I remember last year I had to. I'm like, do I have that channel? Like I had to flip around.
You should.
On,
you have YouTube TV,
YouTube,
right?
I do have YouTube TV. Yeah.
Did you see today that they announced they announced that they're improving their. You can now just add anything into the multi-view. It's like fully customizable.
Oh.
Now. So.
All right, I'll have to check that.
And
so I just grabbed the pre-built one tonight, but I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
That'll come in handy for because I did get an email Friday, the day after round 1 of the draft, about, hey, purchase your Sunday ticket for this year and save whatever. So
$25.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So, you know you're gonna buy it anyway, you idiot. So come Come get it now.
We know you're.
I'm
gonna,
actually-
We know you're gonna do it.
I'm actually technically still paying off last season because I did like a 12-month plan or
Instead of doing doing the
Yeah, instead
4
of
month or
doing-
whatever.
yeah. So the things we do to watch football. Right?
I don't know.
Okay. That's the other thing I want to mention before we get into draft talk. We will. I don't know. I haven't ran this by you, but I know last year we did kind of a watch along, kind of with the schedule release. It wasn't really a watch along, more just like a reaction, I guess.
Yeah, it's like it's a regular episode, and we kind of talk about the schedule as
Right.
it comes out.
So
I think it happened really early, and I think we ended up recording after to just kind of like give our
yeah.
immediate
So
reaction.
because what happens every year is it gets leaked. So they'll come out. They'll probably come out next week and say, "Oh, schedule release is May 12th or whatever, or May 14th." That would be the Thursday, and inevitably, like May 12th, like the Monday, they're like, "Here's
Everything's
2
cut.
games. Here's this. Here's the." By the way, your
Well, we already got
Cowboys
Cowboys and Ravens in
Brazil, right? So
Yep.
they made that just a regular Sunday afternoon game, right? Like that's not a primetime game, is what I saw.
Are you sure about that? I don't remember.
I thought
didn't
that's
look
what
at
I
the
saw.
date, so
Like it's
We'll
a
have to
Sunday,
go-
like it's like a game of the week type game. It's not like NBC Sunday Night Football or Thursday. It's nothing like that. It's. I could be wrong, but
oh yeah, it's a
'Cause we know-
3:25 kickoff on CBS.
yeah. So
It's
yeah,
the Sunday after my birthday.
so it's probably the Romo Nance game that week. I mean, I guess.
Right.
Or, by the way, you and I were talking about this Vrabel Rossini story that won't go away. Did you see Chris Sims was relieved of his duties for Sunday Night Football because they just hired Mike Tomlin to be
Well, he might be. Chris Sims might be back.
well. But people are sharing this clip. I don't know if you saw this clip. So when the Rossini and Vrabel thing first broke, Chris Sims was on his show with Mike Florio that they do for Pro Football Talk, I think. And Chris Sims was basically like starting to go down a path of like, yeah, I've been talking to like people in my circle and their wives, and Mike Florio's trying his best to be like, let's not
shut
talk
up.
like
shut up. Shut up.
stop the show.
Jerry, no.
It's like Uncle Leo when
On the
when they're
pledge
calling
drive.
his mom for a pledge, for a pledge. But yeah, so a lot of people were speculating that moment was the moment that NBC was like, yeah, we're not,
Whoa.
yeah. So, but yeah, to your point, now the rumor is if now the rumor is if Vrabel is if he either resigns or he is promoted to fan, one way or the other, the name that the Patriots might look to replace him is the other Mike, which is Tomlin. So
How long do you think Vrabel is out before he like gets another coaching job?
I mean, this is really weird, man. Because think about where we were a year ago, right? The Patriots hired him as like the savior after the whole Gerard Mayo debacle, after the Belichick thing. And now here we are. We're like, he could resign tomorrow, and you and I, neither one of us would be surprised. Like, it's just, it's crazy, man.
Look at the Patriots' like recent track record with Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick, and now
what I'm saying.
it's a.
How about this? Let me pose a theory. I don't know if they would do this. What if the Patriots decided that they were going to suspend Mike Vrabel for a year and say, you can't coach for this year?
You sit in your room and think about what you've done.
Exactly. Then they hire Tomlin for the year, And then after a year, Vrabel comes back.
What is the incentive for Mike Tomlin to do that, though?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing something at the wall because what made me think about that was when Sean Payton obviously got suspended for the 2012 season for Bountygate. One of the rumors for a little while was that he was going to try to convince Parcells to come out of retirement and coach for that season, basically.
They just handed over to Josh McDaniel, right? Like that's the
right. Well, yeah, for the Patriots, yeah, it's McDaniels takes over. They figure it out. I mean, AJ Brown's going to be a Patriot here in about a month anyway, so like you just
as Diana Rossini told us.
I mean, listen, it's crazy, man. It's really. And to think about New England franchises, because in the Celtics where Udoka was, and he got into all that.
Yep. Things are going great for him in Houston right now, but
yeah, right. Well, they're on the brink of elimination.
Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant went to Golden State to prove that he could win a championship, but really all he's done is proven that like. He can't actually like win except when he was with that team. So like
that was Barkley's bus driver comment about like he can't drive the bus. He's always a passenger.
He's not driving the bus. And that I think the like most infuriating thing about that was that like the Thunder when he was there with Russell Westbrook were like.
And Harden,
like moments away. No. I'm talking. This was.
Yeah.
In 2016 before, like right before KD left, like like they were close to knocking that team off. Like him and Westbrook were together, and then they choked away a 10-point lead in Game 6, and then Game 5 or 6, and then the Warriors ended up going on to win that series, and then. Then KD left, and so who knows what could have been?
Yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda. That kind of thing. Speaking of shoulda, coulda, wouldas, let's talk a little bit about the draft here. So obviously, you and I were live watching it on Thursday night, watching round 1. I would say you and I were both pleased with our team's selections. I do want to get your thoughts on the Cowboys. The second pick in the first round was Malachi Lawrence after they had traded back with Philadelphia, so Philadelphia could come up and get Mekhi Lemon. I don't know if you saw this, but Nick Saban apparently on a hot mic said, "Whoa, that's a reach."
I did not hear that when Malachi Lawrence was picked,
Malachi
Lawrence or Mekhi
not
Lemon?
Mekhi Lemon with the Lawrence picks, I think he didn't know he was live, and he said, "Oh, that was a reach." And then apparently they came back to him, and he changed his tune a little bit. But
well, I will say like everyone, I think, because there were about 20 picks worth of difference between. So David Bailey went 2 overall. And then Malachi Lawrence went 23, and they both played in the Big 12. So it's not like they were playing different competition. So if you want to make that argument, but like so the people that I trust to kind of like grade out on him, like his athleticism is good, and then he's got enough as like a work with his hands. Like he has enough technique there that he's going to be that he's at least got some tools there. So like there probably shouldn't have been as big a difference between where people had Bailey and where they had Lawrence. I will say that I am disappointed that he did not choose to wear number 90. And so I'm going to have to doctor my Lawrence jersey to make it. So that's a disappointment for me. So I'm fine with the pick, and I like that they were able to like recoup the value that they gave up to go get Downs in that first trade. They gave up 2 fifths, and then they ended up getting back 2 fourths.
2 fourths. Yep.
Yeah, and then the other thing was that I liked the Barham pick a lot. I think he fits.
I was
pretty
going to
well
ask you
with
about
what
him. Yeah.
That's a good pick. And then I also like that they went out and traded for D Winters from San Francisco with the 5th round pick. You didn't have to give up much to get him. He filled in for Fred Warner last year. And so I mean, he's obviously not going to be Fred Warner, but he's going to be better than who is it? Kenneth Murray that we had last year.
Kenneth
So
Murray.
I mean, the floor is pretty low right now. So if you raise that a little, I mean, there's still so now we can talk about it, but later, maybe after this, but there is the period that since the draft is come and gone, you can sign free agents and it will not affect your comp formula.
Correct.
Starting now.
Correct.
So guys like Calais Campbell are still out there. Jadeveon Clowney's still out there.
Cameron Jordan's
another one. So there are guys still out there that you could add to get like more rotational pieces that I would like, that I think you can still add some depth to the defense.
So here was my takeaway from the draft. It felt like my team and your team had similar strategies and very parallel results. So let me elaborate. So it felt like both of our teams knew going into the draft where their deficiencies were. Cowboys knew like we need help on defense. Saints knew we need playmakers on offense. Cowboys drafted Downs, Lawrence, was it Basham? Is the Michigan player? Barham. You got
LT.
That was with the Oza Odighizuwa pick.
Correct.
Right? That was
They got they also added the LT Overton out of Alabama.
Right. Out of Alabama. That feels you got him in the 4th round? Okay. That
I want to say
right.
yeah, I think that was where he because they drafted a tackle. They drafted Shelton out of Penn State. No, they got LT Overton in the 5th. No, 4th. You're right, the 4th, 137, late 4th.
I'm looking at it right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Cowboys knew, okay, we need defense. We're going heavy on that, and then we'll fill in other spots as we can. So like you mentioned, they drafted Shelton out of Penn State. They drafted Smith, the wide receiver out of East Carolina, in the last round. The Saints kind of took a similar approach, but with playmakers. So obviously drafted Jordan Tyson, who, got a little bit of a mixed review from folks. Obviously, I said it on the show when the pick happened. The injury stuff concerns me, especially when you have Olave, who's also been injury prone.
I think as we were logging off, I looked at my Twitter feed and somebody had posted it was like Chris Olave and
Jordan
Tyson by week 6, and they were like 2 guys in the hospital bed together. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they can alternate injury weeks.
Yeah. But then you look at what else the Saints did in the draft. They drafted Trey Lance's brother, Bryce Lance. They drafted Oscar Delp from Georgia, who I really like that pick. I remember seeing him at Georgia, not this past season, but maybe 2 seasons ago. And my first thought was, this guy looks like Taysom Hill, but he's actually a tight end. Like he's not
a gadget player.
Right. He's actually like he is a tight end who and God bless Taysom Hill and everything he did for the Saints and everything he's done for the Saints. But this guy is I'm really excited about that pick. We talked about Trey Lance's little brother. They also drafted Barian Brown from LSU, who's a return specialist. So, and then they drafted Jeremiah Wright out of Auburn at guard. So Cesar Ruiz's days as a New Orleans Saint might be numbered.
So they drafted a right guard?
They drafted a right guard. Yeah, that would have been that's exactly it. But then plugged in, so they got Christian Miller, the defensive tackle from Georgia, who I think is a good pick, good solid pick. They needed.
Georgia does produce a lot of really good defensive linemen.
Absolutely,
you can't really go wrong with the brand there.
Yeah, so they went with 2 Georgia players back to back, Miller and then Oscar Delp in the 3rd round. They drafted Sonny Styles' brother, Overcast, or
yep.
Lorenzo Styles Jr., who I was excited about that pick too, because if nothing else, he's a special teams contributor, which I mean,
he's also super athletic. Like that family is like freak athlete.
And then my wife was pleased to find out they drafted an Iowa Hawkeye in the 7th round, TJ Hall, cornerback, who again is probably special teams player to start, but you never know, you develop. And then similar to the Cowboys trading for D. Winters, Saints traded for Tyree Wilson on day 3 of the draft. They were in the Kayvon Thibodeau sweepstakes, but the Giants wanted the 2nd round pick, and the Saints were like, nope.
That's a little. I will say I think that's a little too rich for Kayvon Thibodeau too.
Yeah, no, exactly. So they ended up trading for. I think they gave up a 5th for Tyree Wilson, 4th or a 5th. I can't remember. No, it was a 5th, and they got a 7th back.
Oh, okay,
so I think what happened.
Okay,
yeah, I think that's how it went. And that 7th round pick is how they got TJ Hall from Iowa. So listen, you take a chance, right? They took a chance on Chase Young, and that seems to be working fairly well. Tyree Wilson, a similar, top 10 pick, not very productive, but Mickey Loomis did say in his press conference that Brandon Staley has a plan for Tyree Wilson. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then today, at the day of this recording, they signed Martin Emerson, who is a cornerback for the Browns, who missed all last season with an Achilles injury.
Who among us hasn't played quarterback for the Browns at this point?
Right. No, cornerback, not
corner. Oh, okay.
Cornerback, yeah.
You said that name.
Defensive back.
Okay.
Defensive back.
Because you said a quarterback for the. I thought you said a quarterback for the Browns who had an Achilles injury. I was like, Paul, I think he gave you a fake name. Paul, your guys got duped. Hi, I'm Shadon Sotson.
We got catfished. We got catfished
exactly.
by. Yeah, so Martin Emerson, who was he? I don't think he was he a 1st round pick? I remember when the Browns drafted him, people were like, they drafted him way too high.
I don't think he was a 1st round pick, but he may have.
But again, they taken a chance on him. He played relatively well before his Achilles injury, so kind of a see what happens type of deal. Yeah, so I am
3rd round.
3rd round. Okay. So I am getting, maybe he was going to be a 1st, but then he had an injury or something. Maybe that's what it was. I am cautiously optimistic about the Saints. In fact, what I thought we could do, maybe we could do this throughout the offseason leading into 2026. Every once in a while, maybe we give like a, I don't know if a hot take is the proper term, but like a prediction sure to go wrong for next season. So here's one from me.
Okay.
I'm not going to throw your team into this because I don't want to jinx them. If I'm going to jinx any team, I'll jinx my own. That's fine. The Saints will not be picking in the top 10 next year in the NFL draft.
Okay.
Which is not a high bar. I mean, they were 8th this year. They were 9th the year before. So but my prediction for the Saints is they will not be picking in the top 10. Now, Chris Brockman on the Rich Eisen show, they do Overreaction Monday. He said his hot take or his overreaction was the Saints will be picking in the top half. I can't go that far. I could still see them picking
you do get to play in that NFC South, so
so a lot of people, I've seen a lot of prognosticators over the last couple of days have been like, Saints schedule's not too bad. Like they've got a last place schedule.
I could see them winning this. I'll say it. I think they could win the division. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility here.
I don't either. Again,
have you looked at the line for what is the? I'm sure you could get it plus money. It's
I did. You talking about for the division?
for the division. Saints win the NFC South next year.
Let me see if we got.
What can we get?
Let me see what we got here. Pulling up.
While you're doing that, I will if you're going to do a hot take, I'll give you some sweet action to our listeners.
Okay.
Caleb Downs, you can get him at up to plus 900 for defensive rookie of the year.
That is some sweet action.
That is some sweet action. You can also get Sonny Styles up to plus 900, by the way.
And he's with the Commanders, right?
Yes, he is with the Commanders.
So let's see.
Arvell
So
Reese plus
got-
750, by the way.
Who do you think? Okay, on Rebet, do you want to take a guess who the Super Bowl favorite is on Rebet?
Seahawks?
Nope.
Oh,
They're
Chiefs.
second. Nope. Chiefs
NFC
are
or AFC?
NFC. Same division
NFC.
as the Seahawks.
Okay, 49ers.
Nope.
No, Rams.
Rams are plus 720. Seahawks are plus 950. The Ravens are 10-1. Is the
Okay.
They're the best AFC odds at this point.
And then Baltimore after that.
Well, that Ravens is Baltimore. Buffalo's after. So actually, sorry.
Yeah, Buffalo is what I would.
Baltimore and Buffalo are tied. They both have 10-1 odds.
Okay. Kansas
I'm
City.
looking to see. Yeah, Kansas City's 14-1. So
That's some
they
sweet
don't
action
have.
right there.
Oh, here we go. NFC South. Plus 310 for the Saints.
That's what I was going to say. 250 to 300. So that's in the
I
ballpark.
bet if I had looked at this last week before they drafted Tyson, it probably would have been 5-1. I would imagine. Probably could have got it. But the Buccaneers are plus 165. The Falcons are plus 300. The Panthers, who are actually the division winners last year, are plus 320. So the Saints have better odds than the Panthers, and the Panthers won the division last year. So, and
they
by
also
all
have to play a
accounts,
first place schedule though.
that's true. By all accounts, the Panthers had a pretty good draft. Like a lot of people liked what the Panthers did. The Bucks, let me talk about the Bucks draft for a second. It just amazes me every year how they just stick where they are, and these players just fall to them.
Well,
Like
that's
Reuben
the
Bain.
for me. That's the Ravens. The Ravens do that every year.
But look, I mean, the Bucks ended up with Reuben Bain, son of Jeremiah Trotter, Josiah Trotter, Ted Hurst, who's a receiver out of Georgia State that I liked coming out, Keontae Scott, Reuben Bain's college teammate from Miami, who is a lot of people liked for the Saints. I mean, they're good at picking football players. Now their defensive, like this happened, and I think we talked about this via text, but like this happened with Kalijah Cansey last year or the year before, where like everybody's like, oh, he's a really good defensive tackle, but he's not NFL size. So he just like Tampa Bay's like, all right, cool, we'll pick him, like we'll take him, and that's what Reuben Bain was. It's like, oh, his arms are too short. It's like, all right, cool, we'll take him. Like, so we'll see how it translates, on the field, but I'm just always amazed by how they kind of just stay there, and then they end up with these players.
Yeah, I think sometimes with the draft you have to get lucky. I think that's kind of what happened to the Cowboys, and after like all those defensive players went off the board, Downs is the only one left, and he slid from like
Right.
8 because the Saints took Jordan Tyson. And then
Yeah.
then the Giants took Mauanoa, and
That was
then-
the big one. Yeah, Maui.
yeah.
Because now, not only did you get Downs, the Giants passed on him. So now, every time, twice a year, when you play the Giants, Downs is going to be fired up.
Exactly. And Malik, did you see what Malik Neighbors said about him?
Oh yeah, about I'd rather play with him than against him. Yeah,
Yeah, he said, and then he said that like when they played each other when Downs was at Alabama his first year.
Yep.
And he said that like he was a freshman at that point. Downs was a freshman, and he was basically just like calling out his roots.
calling out the routes.
He's like
Yep.
he's exactly like coach on the field kind of stuff. Which is, I think the most exciting part about Downs is like the cerebral stuff. Like, he's going to be so on top of it. And I think that's what Parker wants for his defense.
Absolutely. Yeah. Another team I just want to talk about real quick, because we have our fun with the Cleveland Browns on this show, but their draft was pretty good, man. Like
I think Cleveland did a really good job.
The two receivers that they got, Concepcion and Boston, who is not the son of David Boston, as Mike Greenberg said on the broadcast, but be that as it may, he's still a good player.
So he's not going to show up totally yoked.
No. Well, maybe
me?
he will, but that won't be the reason, I guess. And then the other probably the second best safety, or a lot of people thought maybe the second best safety, McNeil Warren out of Toledo. They got him in the second round.
And he was a guy that people thought could go in the first. And so the fact that
I think I put him on my list to go in the first on my or maybe not, maybe I didn't. But I consider
Toledo in Ohio?
Yes. Okay.
So he gets to stay in Ohio.
It's low moving cost. Yeah, low moving cost. I really liked what they did. The Browns. Just kind of going through. I got here. This might be another hot take for you, buddy. I think it's possible that the rookie quarterback who starts the most games for his team is not Fernando Mendoza.
What do you think happens to Fernando Mendoza?
Well, I think Carson Beck might win the starting job in Arizona. And I'm not kidding.
I told you on air what the fantasy football host that said about the Jeremiah Love pick. It was the Arizona Cardinals just drafted the most expensive running back in NFL.
Well, yeah, no, their running back room is the most expensive in the NFL now, ahead of the Saints. I think was number 2, but they were ahead by like $20 million or something, because Jeremiah Love's guaranteed so much. They already had James Conner. They signed Tyler Algier was with Atlanta. They draft Bijan Robinson. He's like, all right, I'm going to go to Arizona where I could be running back 1. Oh, we're going to draft Jeremiah Love. So, I do think, I don't know. I think Mendoza does start all 17 games for the Raiders, but it's not going to surprise me if they're just like, yeah, let's throw Cousins out. But to me, like, there's no point. Like, why are you, like, if you're trying to build for the future, if you're Oakland, or I'm sorry, if you're Vegas, you probably just need to throw Mendoza out there and just have Cousins as unless he's just like completely inept. Mendoza, that is.
I gotta tell you, like, there's never been a like Kirk Cousins and Fernando Mendoza have like the same energy, don't they?
They do.
Like,
they
kind of like
do. Yeah.
Like big dad energy.
Yeah. But I will say, speaking of the Raiders, I thought their draft was pretty good too. They get the other good safety in this draft, Stukes out of Arizona. They drafted Jamad McCoy, who we thought was going to be a first-round pick. They got him first pick.
We doing a lot of work.
Sorry,
I told you.
Koya Kimosabe. Yeah, I got you. But yeah, so they got Jamad McCoy first pick of day 3, when a lot of people, how about that? A lot of people thought he might be a first-round pick. Mike Washington, the running back out of Arkansas, they got him in the 4th round. So that's a pretty good haul. I mean, we didn't really talk a lot about this on the night. The Rams taking Simpson. What was your read on that? Obviously, McVay in the press conference kind of raised some eyebrows because he's like, basically was like, yeah, I don't care. Like,
yeah, he looked thrilled about that.
Cool story, like, they didn't really do much else in the draft. The Rams, that is. They got the tight end out of Ohio State, Claire, Max. I think it's Claire. Is that how you pronounce his last name? Look, here's my take on this. As the fan of a team who had a Hall of Fame quarterback, and towards the end of that Hall of Fame quarterback's career did not do much to draft a predecessor, I understand why they did it. Like, Matthew Stafford's not going to play forever. And if Ty Simpson ends up being Brock Purdy, then so be it. If he ends up being Jim Drunkenmiller or,
Playing in the XFL for the Memphis Maniacs.
Yeah, exactly. Like whoever pick your quarterback bust of choice, then and if they don't win a Super Bowl this year, like if they don't win the Super Bowl this year and Simpson ends up being a bust, yes, then this is a complete dumpster fire. But let's see what happens. And of course, a Simpson in LA can't go wrong, right?
Exactly. I will say, I get wanting to like plan for Matthew Stafford. Did you really have to do it with the?
Well, you probably could have traded back, honestly.
Yeah,
like
I don't
somebody
think you needed to. I mean, I know Arizona was like hot and heavy for him late in the first, but you could have like moved back a few picks for it.
Well, I had said when the Cardinals were talking about trading back, I said, well, just trade back with the Chiefs and just take 9 and 29 and then use the 29th pick for Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was going to happen. But then, the Rams, Les Snead had other ideas, I guess.
I guess they have less need of Matthew Stafford now.
Who else were we I want to give some love to Andy's Bears. Thiemann in the first round, right? Mm-hmm. Another great safety in this draft out of Oregon. Logan Jones, the center out of Iowa, in the second round, fortify the offensive line. Your guy Malik Muhammad out of Texas in the fourth round.
So I will say the Cowboys drafted the defensive back out of Florida.
Okay.
Let me get his name. I don't want to screw this up.
I'll get it right. I got it right here.
Devin Moore.
Devin
Moore? And so someone asked is like, why did we take him instead of taking Malik Muhammad like earlier? And they said that Parker really was a really big fan of Moore, and so that's why they ended up with him.
But and also the Bears did also get the tight end from Stanford, Sam Roush. I don't know how you pronounce his last name, and Xavier Thomas from LSU, who's probably help contribute on special teams. So good for the Bears. They also got one of my other cousins, Keyshawn Elliott, linebacker out of Arizona State. So there you go.
Oh. I will say my favorite thing is that the Eagles drafted some dynamic pass catchers who are best used over the middle of the field. You know who's not very good and does not like to throw over the middle of the field?
You know what else the Eagles? You know who else the Eagles drafted was a quarterback, Cole Payton out of North Dakota State, left-handed quarterback.
Oh, that's right. Well, the Eagles have a good history with quarterbacks from North Dakota State, so why not go back to that one?
I didn't think about that.
No, how did you not think? That's the only thing I thought of.
That's good. And also, we should mention the Eagles did draft this kid from Nigeria who's like a freak of a human being, never played football in his life, and they drafted him in the 7th round, and the Heisman Trophy finalist quarterback from Vanderbilt is like not drafted. So
there's a big difference in size between these two.
This is true. This is true.
Root of the Ravens to invite Diego Pavia to their mini camp instead of their regular size camp.
Instead of the regular size camp. Now the Eagles did draft Diego Pavia's teammate Eli Stowers, the tight end from Vanderbilt. So
is it Stowers or Stowers?
Stowers.
I don't know.
It might be Stowers. How are you feeling about the Cowboys' chance to win in the NFC East, buddy?
I think we got a shot.
Got a shot?
I mean, if the defense, so we had like one of the best offenses in the year. Pretty much everybody's back, and like if Dak is healthy and the defense is like not historically bad, like if they are like average, if they're like a league average defense, that's all I'm not asking
talked about
you.
this.
I don't need you to be. I don't need you to be the 85 Bears. I need you to not give up 7 yards of play.
Remind me, did the Cowboys finish second in the NFCs?
I think so because the other teams were really bad.
Yeah, because the other teams are picking in the top 10, and you guys were 12. So
the Cowboys finished second, and like that was,
so
driven wholly by their offense.
But the reason I bring that up is that means you'll have a second place schedule as opposed to like the Eagles have a first place schedule, obviously.
Right. What are you knocking over there, Paul?
Oh no, I was moving my desk here, or my another quarterback I did want to talk about real quick. The Steelers drafted local Penn State quarterback Drew Aller. The Steelers draft was pretty solid, honestly. I mean, they got the offensive lineman. So obviously, they were going to draft Mekhi Lemon, but then the Eagles jumped him, and literally Mekhi Lemon hung the phone up on him so that he could take the call from the Eagles. You heard that story, right?
I did. I mean, apparently there was talk that the Pittsburgh Steelers are not very pleased with the Cowboys for that.
Well, there's that, and there was also, I read something like the Steelers could get in trouble for like contacting Lemon before like that. But so I will say, like, that is why a lot of people ask me, like, why did the Cowboys trade up one spot for that? Is like, do you see that? That's why.
That's why. If someone else is on the phone with Miami, you got to do something to make him, like, you got to be able to, like, go get your guy. Don't let somebody jump in front of you, because that's what happened. So I'm looking at FanDuel division winners right now, and they have Philly at plus 140 and Dallas plus 200. So not like overwhelming favorites.
Going back to the Steelers real quick, they did draft not one, but two Iowa Hawkeyes, the offensive lineman Jennings Dunker and the wide receiver Caden Wetjen.
Jennings Dunker with a great hairstyle, flowing mullet, executed to perfection.
The mullet to end all mullets. Definitely looks like a Steeler. I'll say that. Like or at least an AFC North lineman.
Right.
I'll say that.
We should also talk about.
Good.
We should talk about another quarterback from that played in your home state.
Well, before we get to that, though, real quick, the Steelers had probably the coolest moment of draft weekend. So they drafted Eli Heidenreich, who is a running back from Navy, who is from the Pittsburgh area, was at the draft in his Navy blues, came out on the stage, got his moment. So I thought that was really cool. I think the reason he was there was I think they kind of had an idea that Pittsburgh might take him. Yeah,
were there two Navy players drafted this year, weren't there?
Right, and pretty close to each other. So right before Heidenreich was, I believe, Landon Robinson was his name. I want to say he got drafted. Let me check real quick. I think he got drafted by the Bengals. Yeah. So Landon Robinson's a defensive tackle. Got drafted by the Bengals, and then like 3 picks later, it was Heidenreich, which a lot of people think he could be kind of a weapon in the NFL, Heidenreich. So hopefully he'll get a chance with the Steelers.
They were doing a recap of, I don't remember if it was Heidenreich or what was the other position that the player played? So one is a running back
tackle.
Okay, so they were talking about Heidenreich because they were talking about him as a weapon, and they said that he was like the most prolific pass catcher in Navy history.
Yeah,
and he was like, they were like, I know it's Navy and it's an option offense, but they actually like had to incorporate more stuff because of the fact that he was so dynamic, and so there is some thought that he could actually be a real weapon in the NFL as well.
Yeah, so you were leading us to talk about the second LSU player that the Chiefs drafted. So they started their draft by drafting LSU's Mansour Delane, trading up and drafting Mansour Delane. And then they ended their draft in the 7th round by drafting his quarterback, Garrett Nussmeier, who is the son of Saints offensive coordinator Doug Nussmeier. Doug Nussmeier was not with the Saints during draft weekend. He got to spend it with Garrett, obviously. So unlike Mike Vrabel, who wasn't with the Patriots for other reasons, Doug had a good reason not to be with the Saints, I would say. But anyway, yeah, so Garrett Nussmeier joins the Chiefs. So now, obviously, Mahomes coming off an ACL. They signed Justin Fields in the offseason. And now they've drafted Garrett Nussmeier. I don't know. I mean, I think it's not a bad spot for Nussmeier to go. Apparently, he got a clean bill of health. Apparently, like he was really, really injured during this past season and kept trying to play through it. So, shout out to him. But they figured out that his injury was it like a cyst on his spine or something?
Yeah, and they think there might need to be a procedure done.
Yeah, but they expect it to be like a minimal recovery. Like
right. It's not like a career threatening sort of
Yeah.
thing. But they said that he was
So-
having back pain and that is probably the source of it.
Yeah.
Which I mean if that ends up being the problem and he's able to play healthy again, maybe you end up with a steal because of that. But
And maybe maybe if he plays well in the preseason, maybe you can ransom him off, going into net. Or, Justin Fields is only a 1-year contract. I mean,
that's true.
To me, if you're the Chiefs are kind of in a good position. Like if Mahomes isn't ready for week 1, in my opinion, you throw Fields out there. I mean, Fields won games for Pittsburgh. People forget that.
Well, he looked actually. He might have looked better than Russell Wilson at some points in that season too.
Yeah. Yeah.
The problem was that he went to the Jets,
Right.
So he just needs to get the Jet stink off of him.
But then if you're the Chiefs and you throw Fields out, let's say you got to throw him out there for like a week or two at the beginning of the season, he plays well, and then come trade deadline, quarterback gets hurt, maybe you can, send Fields off. You got and then Nussmeier's right behind him. Feel like the Chiefs are in a good spot there. Let's look at Donnie's Broncos. They didn't have a lot of picks, but I know they did take one guy I wanted for the Saints, and I'm trying to remember who it is now. Oh, it was Jonah Coleman, the running back from Washington. Kind of a bowling ball type running back. He probably might have reminded Peyton of Darren Sproles a little bit. 5'8", 220 pounds. They did draft a guy. Their last pick, the Broncos' last pick, was a linebacker named Red Murdoch.
Okay.
So, that sounds like a football player to me. But what do I know? Any other teams catch your eye with what they did in the draft?
No, I think that was pretty much
looking
those were.
through
I think we
here.
talked about the ones that I wanted to hit.
I will mention our local Houston Texans. I did like their first round pick of Rutledge from Georgia Tech. I think.
Yeah,
that
they
helped.
traded up to go get him because they knew they needed to. They finally decided to fix the offensive line this offseason, which
I also
good decision.
like their pick in the second round, McDonald, the defensive tackle from Ohio State.
They just keep drafting defensive players.
I
I guess that's how they're planning to win games.
Speaking of the Texans, I did see when the Tyree Wilson trade happened, somebody reposted, I think it's Chris Sims, his edge rushers in 2023, his rankings. And it was Tyree Wilson was number 1. 2, 3, 4, and then number 5 was Will Anderson. It's like not quite.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Happens to the best of us. Where'd the Jags? Jags didn't have. Oh yeah, that's right. They took back-to-back A&M players, which I know thrilled you.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, the Jags actually picked a guy. So they picked the offensive guard from Oregon, Emmanuel Pregnon. I was looking at him for the Saints, but Saints ended up with the right stuff, hopefully, as it were. So yeah. And look, the grading thing, like you and I were talking about this, like draft grades really don't make sense, honestly. To me, it's more like what you're really doing is you're looking at where a team drafted a guy versus where you expected that guy to go. And if the delta is like too wide, then you're
right. Yeah, then it's a reach. And like there's some like room, especially once you get into the later rounds. Like I don't think you need to be as like if there's like you because you're like in pick 200, it's like going up 15 picks in round 5. It is a lot different than going up 15 picks in round 1 or 2.
Yeah. You know who else had a quietly good draft is our good friend Trang's Seahawks. Mm-hmm. I like the Price pick at the end of the first round, running back out of Notre Dame. Bud Clark, the safety out of TCU. They drafted another Iowa guy, Bo Stevens, offensive lineman. I'm telling you, nobody's going to pick the Seahawks to repeat. And I'm not saying that they should, but like I can't remember a year where like the defending Super Bowl champions are kind of like an afterthought. And I think the Seahawks are going to be an afterthought. Going
it doesn't. I mean, it's hard to repeat, and then they also play in like what might be the toughest division in football. So
they do. They absolutely do. That's all. You're not wrong. Obviously, they lost Kenneth Walker. That's going to be a big blow. Price. That's why they drafted Price where they did. Zach Charbonnet's coming off an ACL. So we'll see what happens there. But I mean, they're not gonna suck. Like,
no.
like
unless like Sam Darnold like suddenly decides to turn into like old Jet Sam Darnold, then
they did lose Kubiak. That might be. We'll have to see what that portends,
right?
In terms, but yeah, I don't want to jinx our good friend Trang, but I think the Seahawks will be okay. Just looking to see if there's anybody else who impressed. No, don't really have. So what the Commanders and what the Giants did in the draft doesn't scare you at all as a Cowboys fan?
mean, they had a lot of high picks, so you're just going to have to there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, Sonny Styles is disappointing, but that's also an off-ball linebacker, and Arvell Arvell Reese, I think that's another concerning one, considering you got so you're gonna have to block the ends pretty well when you play against, but you don't have Dexter Lawrence to contend with up the middle, so that's a plus.
It's true. I was just thinking about this. This thought just came into my head. I know felt like last year at this time, you and I were both on the Mike McDaniel is going to be the first head coach to be fired train. It was maybe not exactly a year ago, but pretty shortly thereafter. I'm trying to think who's the head coach. Vrabel notwithstanding, that's kind of a different. That's a different kettle of fish. I'm just looking at
Aaron Glenn.
Yeah, Glenn's probably the one. The other one that came to mind was Zach Taylor.
Yeah, I was going to. That would have been my second. That probably would have been my second.
I thought about this with this going back to the Ty Simpson thing. There was talk. I heard a little bit of rumbling about if Stafford did retire. Like, let's say the Rams do win the Super Bowl this year, and Stafford decides, okay, that's it. I'm going to ride off into the sunset, which would be fine. I heard talk of like if Cincinnati season goes sideways again, that like the Rams could try to figure out a way to get Burrow, but like that would obviously cost them a ton
Right.
in capital and compensation. But now, obviously, with Ty Simpson, that probably is not going to happen. But then my next thought was, well, if the Sean McVay, Les Snead relationship is not as good as we think, what if like Zach Taylor's shown the door, Sean McVay's like, so yeah, Stafford's leaving, I'm out. Do the Bengals maybe like, which the Bengals don't throw money at anything.
No.
Like they basically said, we're not paying Trey Hendrickson, and then traded for Dexter Lawrence just to not pay him. Like, it's like they basically did the exact same deal with Dexter Lawrence that they did with Trey Hendrickson. So
It's working out really well for him.
yeah.
Well, you remember what
Trying to
happened
think-
with their first round pick last year too, with that what is it? Shamar Stewart?
Shamar Stewart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are the coaches I would say would be on those are the two that kind of come to mind. I'm just looking through this. I mean, what was the other one? Well, yeah, I mean, everybody else is. I would keep an eye on Washington with Dan Quinn if they can't, because they had that really good first season with Daniels. Last year went sideways. If this year, because
I think the biggest thing will be if their defense is bad again, then because you can't be a defensive head coach and your defense continually be bad, because I think that's kind of why they wanted Styles. That's like Dan Quinn wants to find his Bobby Wagner again for that defense, which I don't think he necessarily ever really had in Atlanta or in Dallas, really.
Right.
So,
well, Bobby Wagner was kind of 101. I mean, he's
right.
Like,
so,
all right. So, like we said, so the next thing on the NFL calendar is the schedule release. Then we'll have kind of a dry, that long wait until training camp. We will have Hall of Fame at some point. Obviously, my guy Drew Brees will be going in the Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, no Darren Woodson this year. We'll try to get that.
Hall of Fame is a sham, Paul. It doesn't even matter. It's fake. Fake news.
I won't disagree with you. I won't disagree with you.
Failing Hall of Fame.
But before we know it, buddy, we will be previewing the divisions like we did last year. So exciting stuff. We'll keep the hot takes coming. So right now we've got 3. So my team won't pick in the top 10. What was yours for Dallas? Oh, Caleb Downs.
Caleb Downs plus 900. Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year.
Yep.
And then I really think Carson Beck is winning the job in Arizona. Like, if you're Arizona, if you're throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks, like, why not? Like,
you might as well. I don't know if I think he may start the season on the bench, but I think eventually he could end up.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Middle of the season after the bye or something.
Especially if Jacoby Brissett's going to hold out, which is kind of ridiculous. But
I did see a meme after the Cardinals drafted. I won't say what it called the Cardinals, but it had the Cardinals logo with Carson Beck's giant forehead. But I won't go into any.
Gotcha.
So
gotcha. Okay, so before we get to our next segment here, just want to let everybody know the 76ers beat the Celtics tonight.
Come on,
that
boss.
series will go to a game 6 in Philadelphia, I believe. Right now, the Spurs are looking to close out the Trailblazers. They're up 15 with almost at the end of the first quarter. Shout out to Donnie. His Nuggets are in trouble. Timberwolves are commanding 3-1 lead in that series. The Thunder have already advanced to the second round. They swept the Suns.
That's a
closed
shame.
that out last night, I believe. So NBA playoffs, buddy. You gotta love sports.
I've been following along by checking the scores after in the mornings.
Yeah, that's been me. I mean, I forgot to mention this. Cooper Flagg, Rookie of the Year in the NBA. So
It was back and forth there for a little while between him and his college teammate.
Boozer was a
No, Colin Knippel.
oh,
Knippel at one point was the favorite to win.
Con Knippel. Yeah, for the Hornets, right? He plays
Yep.
for the Hornets. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, maybe the Mavericks can rig it to win the lottery again this year, and then now we got a team. Now we got a
there
team.
you go.
Now we got
Well, you need to trade somebody else good to LA to get for that to happen.
right. We can get Griffey. We can get Griffey and Bonds in the same outfield, and you wouldn't have to give up too much. All right, you want to play some Immaculate Grid here?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Let me pull it up.
Grid 1014.
Say it again.
Grid 1014.
1014 is the number. Oh, our good friend Trang and her Seahawks are on this one, and Donnie's Broncos.
As
All right,
well
so
as
here
the
we go.
local team.
And the local team. So here are our rows and columns. So we've got the Broncos, the Texans, the Bengals. Those are our 3 rows. Our columns are the Seahawks, the Titans, and the category of recorded in interception. So this is, I think we haven't played one with this category yet, have we?
We have not.
Okay. So we've got Donnie's team, Trang's team, the local team for us, Houston, and then the former local team, the Titans, which they used to be the Oilers, obviously. And then there's the Bengals, which, whatever. Whatever. So just to remind everyone how we do this, we'll figure out who goes first here in a second. That person will pick a square. They will give their answer for that square. And then the other person will have a chance to respond to that answer. Whichever one of us gets the lower score, so we're using golf rules here, whichever one of us gets the lower score on the square wins that square. You can't have ties. We haven't had a tie in a while, but
we have not.
You can also, if you are stuck, you can't figure out who to pick, you can just concede, basically take the other person's pick. But that whoever went first would win the square in that case. And then at the end of the game, the person with the most squares wins. If there is a tie, we go to total score. Whoever's total score is lower, they win. So hopefully that all makes sense. But yeah, I still need to try to sell this game to local. I need to get on the board, get on the horn with the grid guys. Maybe we can get this into a actual game.
There we go.
Okay, so you have won the last 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give you the choice. You want to go first, or you want to?
I'm going to go first this time because there's one square I want to. I'm going to
Okay.
go bottom right. Recorded an interception
For the Bengals.
for the Bengals.
Okay.
Hello, Newman.
Ah, very good. The
0.8%.
isn't this isn't
Before
go ahead.
But so I pulled up Marquez Valdez Scantling, his Pro Football Reference page, as we were like doing the intro.
Okay.
And he never played a game for this team, but his picture on that page is him in a Seahawks jersey, but he never played for the Seahawks.
He never. Oh, maybe he didn't. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I vaguely remember him signing a contract with them because, like, I think we talked about it on the show because we're like, oh, Trang's team signed MVS, and yeah,
Well,
that's so. What was your score for
0.8%.
0.8%? Well, that's gonna be tough to beat.
Pretty good. I was actually pretty happy with that.
Well, I'm shocked it was that. Okay, I'm gonna go with. I'll try Saints legend, Ohio State legend, Von Bell. 2%.
Oh, really? I'm actually surprised that it's that high.
Yeah, so square to you. So you 1-0 for you, sir. You know what? Let's just stick in that column.
Okay.
Ooh. So I'm not going to go to the Texans. Let me go to this. It's the Seahawks, right? Seahawks. No, that's the Broncos. Never
No,
mind.
Broncos.
All right, fine. We'll go with Broncos. Broncos recorded an interception, so we'll go to 2 squares up from where we were. One of my cats went crazy here.
See.
Did it not like? I may have to go check this out here. 1 second.
Okay. We have an issue.
Sorry about that. So we have the window open.
Is the cat
over here?
okay?
Yeah, so we have the window open over here. So my cat is on the inside, and apparently there was a cat in our backyard who was like antagonizing my cat from outside.
Trespassing.
Yeah. So I had to close that window. Now there's a screen between, so we have a screen there, but I just had to close the window there. Okay, so we are on Broncos recorded an interception, correct?
Yes, I have a guy.
All right, I'm going to go with let's go with Tom Jackson.
Okay.
Former ESPN analyst. 0.3% for TJ.
Okay. I'm going to go with the Saints legend here.
Okay.
Bradley Roby. Bradley Roby.
Bradley Roby, of course. Yeah.
What was yours?
0.3.
0.9.
There was a slight chance. I was nervous. I was a little nervous.
Well, I actually thought Von Bell was going to beat my Terrence Newman score.
I did too, but all right. So we're tied at 1 apiece. The pick is to you, sir.
Let's just finish this out.
Okay.
So we'll go Texans recorded an interception.
Okay.
Let me see. Did this guy record an interception? No.
Donnie was probably screaming at us for that last one. Like, pick this person.
Let's go with another Saints legend and a Cowboys legend, an immaculate patron.
Yep.
Aaron, coach of the Jets, Aaron Glenn.
I thought you were going to say soon to be former coach of the Jets.
2%.
2%.
Not as good as I hoped.
I'm going to go with I think I might have you here. I'm going to go with an Iowa Hawkeye legend. Desmond King. 1%.
Oh, close one.
What'd you have? 2?
2.
Okay. All right.
All right. So you're up 2-1 on me.
Feeling pretty good about that. Where do we want to go next here? You know what? I will save our good friend Trang. Won't go to her team's column just yet. Let's go to Titans and Broncos. Right? Is that the
Titans Broncos? Yes, that is top center.
Top center. Let me just double check this name here. I've got an old reliable, but it's an old reliable, but I got to make sure it works. We got to make sure it's reliable. Yeah, okay. I think that's the ticket. I'm going to go with Travis Henry.
Oh, I was thinking about that one.
6%.
Okay.
That's not ideal.
I'm going to go with former NBC analyst
Oh,
Chris
Chris.
Sims.
Wait, he played for the Titans?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I didn't forgot about that.
2%.
Longhorn legend, Chris Sims.
That's right. So we're tied again. 2-2.
2-2. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to go. Let's just keep it in that column. We'll go down. We'll go Titans, Texans.
Okay.
I also have my old reliable here.
Okay. Oh,
As my cousin used to call him Fat Randy. Randy Bullock.
Oh. It's like,
1%.
okay. I thought you were going to go with the person I'm going to go. I believe this is a Longhorn legend.
Chris Sims, also a Longhorn legend, as we.
I'm going to go with the Longhorn legend here. Deonta
Foreman?
Deonta Foreman?
Yeah, Deontay Foreman.
Deontay Foreman. 3%. What was yours?
1%.
Mine was 3%. Okay, so it wasn't as good as I thought. Oh well.
I think he's kind of associated. He had a run in fantasy football, and I think if you ever have a period in fantasy football where you're known, that's gonna kill you.
That's gonna do it. Yeah. Okay, so it's 3-2. You're up. Let's finish out this column. And it's Titans Bengals, right? Bottom
Titans
center.
Bengals. That's correct.
There is a Cowboys Super Bowl legend who didn't play for the Cowboys available here, but I won't be using him. I'm gonna go with the Saints legend Lorenzo Neal. 0.9%.
All right. I'm going to use another kicker.
Of course.
Let me make sure he played for the Titans, actually.
Shane Graham?
Shane
Is that who
Graham.
you're going with?
Yeah.
Shane with a Y?
Oh, he did not play for the Titans. Oh, okay. Never mind. I was thinking of a different column. Titans, Bengals. Oh, I know. Jonathan Joseph.
Okay.
He spells his name weird.
Yeah. Well,
How do
I
you
just
spell
celebrated a
his name?
birthday, actually. Jonathan Joseph. Born the same year I was. Born a month after I was.
John. Oh, he spelled it John with an H. Okay. I always have to look up how to spell his name.
Why did I think Jonathan Joseph was at LSU? He's a South Carolina alum. I thought it was an LSU alum.
I wouldn't see. If you had told me, I wouldn't have batted an eye because I feel like 0.7%. What did you have?
Well, 0.9. Jesus.
Oh man.
So is that 4-2?
4-2.
With 3 left, so yeah, so you
got to win out.
I got to win out.
All right.
All right. So it's my turn to pick.
You just went first, right?
Oh, you're right. Yeah. So you're picking. You're picking.
Okay, move it to the left. Seattle, Cincinnati, Shane Graham.
So I figured you were doing.
Oh no, that didn't work. Shane Graham not kicked for the.
Did he? I don't think he did. I don't think he kicked for the.
For the I didn't kick
Seahawks.
for Seattle. Okay, now I have to rethink this. Okay, well let's just skip that for now.
So you want to move on to another square?
Yeah, let's just skip that for now
Okay.
because I have to think. My brain is okay. So
Yeah,
we're gonna go
you
up
should,
one.
You should be able. You should be able to.
Read.
Like, well, once we do these last two, we can You can keep going, and it'll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty
So I'm
sure
gonna
they'll
go.
let you.
Okay, I'm gonna go up one square.
Okay.
Jason Babin,
Of course. Texans, Seahawks.
Texans, Seahawks. I know
All
this
right.
one's correct. 1%.
That's high. I didn't think it'd be that high.
I know. It usually isn't.
All right. Got to have this one. And you picked probably the best player for that spot. Da, 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 da. No, that's going to be. Nope.
I think there's a running back.
Yeah,
who-
I'll go with recently released Saints legend Cam Akers. 3%.
I would have said Justin Forsett was going to be my.
Yeah, but I feel like that would have been high too.
I'm curious.
Jadeveon Clowney would have also been
Very high.
available. That would have been really high.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna do Broncos, Seahawks, and then circle back to.
Yes.
So let me get my thinking cap on for Broncos, Seahawks here. So it's 5-2, right? Yes, I've lost. Yes. Yeah, so
Yep.
you've won.
You're trapped.
All right. Yeah. You sunk my battleship.
It was the Jonathan Joseph one. Did it?
Yeah. Phooey. Yeah, I'm not going to use this player, but I will mention the player that is available for Seahawks Broncos is obviously Russell Wilson. I did read something today that Russell Wilson did a workout for the Jets. Did I see that? I think I saw that on Twitter.
He
Which
did.
that's a
Desperate
choice.
times.
That's a choice. That's a choice for both of them.
You must be truly desperate to come to me.
I'm going to go. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brandon. I believe this is a Longhorn legend. Russell Okung.
I believe that's correct.
1% for Mr. Okung. Oh, there was a guy local to me I could have used, and I didn't think about it.
You didn't use him for the Texans Seahawks, but I will use him for the Broncos Seahawks. Justin Forsett.
Okay.
Whoa, 0.3%.
Jeez. Well, what I was going to say is I should have used Brandon Stokely for
Oh, yeah, that's
Broncos
a good one.
Seahawks. All right, so we're back around to Bengals Seahawks now.
Yep,
Are you able to?
I got one. John Kitna.
This is Bengals Seahawks, right?
Bengals Seahawks. Ooh, 17%.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably.
I was just gonna put this. Let's get this
Yeah,
over
you
with.
don't need the points. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I'll go with. I could go with recently one of the newest Saints, Noah Fant, but I think that's going to be too high of a number. I'm going to go with Peter Warwick.
Has Noah Fant played for y'all yet?
Well, no, but this is Bengals Seahawks.
Oh, Bengals
He
Seahawks.
played-
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I was saying he's a newly acquired Saint. I went Peter Warwick and his 1%.
Not
So
not related to Warwick Dunn.
Not related to work done. Although they both went to Florida State. So My total score was 18.
I had 26.
Yeah. But you win. You had what, 5-3 is the final?
No, 5-4. Right? Oh no, Justin 4-7 or 6-3, right?
6-3. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah 6-3. You got to add up to 9, Paul. I don't normally do this, but just for fun, we can go through what the most popular.
One of these days we do need to do a reverse version. Can you pick the
Bizarro?
highest score?
A
Yeah,
Bizarro one?
Bizarro.
Yeah. So for the Bronco Seahawks, highest, most popular is obviously Russell Wilson. You want to guess what Broncos Titans most popular is?
Broncos Titans.
Yeah.
My guess would be. What about Brandon Marshall?
It's a wide receiver, but it's not Brandon Marshall. It's Eric Decker.
Really? Oh, the other one of the because didn't they play?
Yeah.
They played together in multiple spots,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Yeah,
The Jets,
pretty sure.
the Titans,
Yep.
the Broncos. Maybe?
Broncos recorded an interception. Do you want to guess who the most popular would be for that?
Is it not Champ Bailey?
It
No,
is
no,
not
no.
Champ
Patrick
Bailey.
Patrick Surtain.
Patrick Surtain. Texans Seahawks.
Texans, Seahawks.
Most popular. What do you think? He's a former Cowboy. Is he a current Cowboy? Former. He was with the Cowboys last year.
What position?
Defensive line. Edge rusher.
Oh, Jadeveon
Former
Clowney.
number 1 pick.
Yeah,
Jadeveon
I don't know why.
How about Texans Titans? What do you think the most popular
Andre Johnson.
selection? It's a wide receiver, but it's not Andre Johnson. It is DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, I'm surprised actually.
Yeah, that's the one thing is they don't give you like a rundown. They just tell you the most popular. I kind of wish they gave you like a top 5 where you can kind of, but they don't do that. Texans recorded an interception.
Is it a current Texan?
It is a current Texan.
Is
Yes,
it Kamari Lassiter?
it is not Kamari Lassiter. It is
It's their other cornerback, the
Derek Stingley,
Stingley.
Jr.
Yeah.
from LSU. Bengals Seahawks most popular.
Is it not John Kitten?
It is not John Kitten. It is TJ Hushmanzada.
Zada, yeah. TJ, who's your mama?
Who's your mama? Yep. Bengals Titans most popular.
Bengals Titans.
It's an Immaculate Grid legend.
Oh, yeah. Fitzmagic.
Fitzmagic. Yep. And then finally, Bengals recorded an interception. This is a Saints legend, but Saints fans don't want to claim him. I don't think. Former Giant.
Oh,
too.
Darren Sharper?
No,
he didn't play for the Bengals.
we don't want to claim him either. But
I
yeah,
was gonna say, well, when you said don't want to claim him, that's what I thought of.
but I don't think
I was
Darren
like,
Sharper played for the Bengals.
He didn't play for the Bengals though.
No. Former Giant.
Oh,
His last name.
Apple. Eli
is
Apple.
Eli Apple. Yep.
Really?
Yep.
I actually, as I was
What
putting
was-
Terrence Newman in there, I kind of
What's
thought
the
there
new-
was a chance that he,
Yeah. What was his
will be
score
a-
again? What was Newman's score?
0.8%.
That's atrocious. Eli Apple's 30%. That's atrocious. The highest of these is Clowney. Texans Seahawks, Jadeveon Clowney's 51%. So he's over, which makes sense, I guess. So always fun. Always fun to and then there's an accuracy statistic. I guess the most accurate spot is Broncos recorded an interception at 95%. So of everybody who took a stab at this game, that was the one that.
Also thought about using Dre Bly there, by the way.
Of course, yeah, Dre Bly. Did he play basketball?
Don't think so.
No.
I'm sure
Oh,
at some
that
point
was-
all of them played basketball. We all
Is that,
played
is that Antonio Gates again?
It's Antonio Gates.
Julius Peppers. Yeah, when when Julius Peppers went into the Hall of Fame, did they make a big deal about him playing basketball? I don't remember.
No, it's only Gates.
Only Gates. Because he did, right? Peppers did play basketball. I'm not making that up.
I'm pretty sure
right?
he did. Yeah.
All right. All right. Anything else we want to discuss before we
No,
sign
I
off
need,
for the
my,
week?
I,
Let
need
me,
my, I need my Stars. They pulled it to within a goal, but I need them
it's
to.
3 minutes left. They're down 3-2. Are they in the
And then
green?
Yes.
Okay. So they're bringing it back up the ice here. Trying to get something going up. Is Mike Modano suited up for the Stars tonight?
Nope, they've got Miro Haskin and Jason Robertson.
How about Brett Hull? Is Brett Hull?
Well, you're pulling out some names there.
The Knicks are about to close out Game 5 here, 113-89 over the Hawks. About 4 minutes left.
The Stars are wearing their black jerseys tonight. I didn't realize that.
Okay. So it looks like the Knicks are going to take a 3-2 lead in their series. The Spurs handling the Trailblazers pretty well so far. So they're looking like they're going to close out the series tonight. And then the Edmonton Oilers over on the hockey side, 3-0 over the not so mighty Ducks of Anaheim. Although Anaheim is up 3-1 in the series coming into tonight.
Stars are going empty net here.
Well, desperate times, I guess.
Yep.
So you said the Stars are in white?
No, the Stars are in black. They're in the black and green.
Black and green, okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah, you said green, and then I wasn't sure because like the Wild also have green in their color scheme, and so it can be.
Looks like Jalen Brunson's leaving the court early in the Knicks game. Doesn't look like he's injured. Maybe he's just.
All right,
that would obviously
that'll
be
do
a.
it.
Oh, they scored. Wild
Yep.
scored. Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's sign off.
So what
Paul.
is? And with that,
that's enough of that.
That's enough of that. Well, we hope everybody has a good week. We'll see everybody next week. Hope maybe the Stars won't be with us. They'll be.
Well, they still. I mean, they'll be down 3-2, but so they're still they're not dead, but still, you wouldn't have liked to win this one at home.
Yeah. Well, hey, the Rangers are in first place, right?
Well, I know they're not in last.
True. Yeah, this is a good time to sign off.
Yeah, they have. See, I think they've fallen into. They're in a tie for third right now. They've lost a couple of like really close games. They keep losing like one run games.
The difference between like first and last place in the AL West is like 4 games or 3 games.
Yeah, it's not a lot right now.
Not a lot. So
yeah, they're getting a half back of the A's right now.
Yeah, if the Astros can find a pitcher of any sort, they'd be in decent shape.
You've given up 179 runs, Paul.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, Yordan Alvarez is having the greatest offensive season for like any left-handed hitter ever, and we can't.
It doesn't matter. This is Dak. This is Dak last year.
Basically, yeah, it's basically it. Yeah. Well, we're ending on a sour note, but we'll hope everybody has a good week. We'll see everybody next week. We'll talk more baseball, see what happens, maybe some more signings.
I think the spelling bee spellers list might be out by the time we talk next week. We shall see.
Exciting.
Fingers crossed.
All right. Well, until then, happy playoffs, everybody. Playoffs.